Okay, where to go next? I would say let's go to Gamlen's house first. Next. Let's take daytime. Watch out for picking the flirty lines. You could lock yourself into a romance. Does that mean I can also...
I can't make you a guard, Carver.
We were both soldiers. Why won't they take me?
I was an officer, and I follow orders.
No, you don't.
I also think of others before myself. You seem tired of that, and that's dangerous.
Just when it's not my choice. You told them not to take me, didn't you?
Yes.
Anyway, that means that you can not only lock yourself into a romance, but also lock yourself out of other romances if you flirt too much. Lady Elegant. What an interesting name.
My. If it isn't Hawke.
Still up to old tricks, Elegant.
Lady Elegant, if you don't mind.
Excuse me.
I'm a married woman now. Last time we met, you were still in Athenral's employ. Things have been going well since then?
Is she part of the smuggling network?
Could be better. Could be worse.
I often feel the same way. You may recall I sometimes provided potions for Athenral. I'd be willing to extend you the same courtesy if you like. All I ask is you inform me of any interesting reagents you find. In exchange, I'll approach my contacts on your behalf. And of course you'll need the appropriate recipes, such as this one. Free, for old time's sake.
Nice. Recipe Elfroot Potion. Yikes. Things are all so expensive. Yeah, and as you can see here, you don't use up the resources, but you take them and then you have them as fixed values. So
The Merchants Guild has their fingers in all these
for
pies.
better potions, you need more Elfroot.
Not the actual pies. They're clean as far as I know.
And I also really like just all the bantering you have. Quite unique, I'd say. I mean, our uncle also doesn't live in the nicest part of the city.
No offense to your uncle, but this house smells like really old cabbage.
Yuck. Also not a very nice door. Looks like a prison door. Hey, our dog. At least we can live with him.
Hard to believe they left me nothing.
Well, Mother was pretty steamed when you ran off with your Ferelden apostate.
I'm still their daughter,
True.
their eldest.
Our father was also an apostate. Letters for Hawke. Letter from Athenril. Hawke, your year's up and you're free to go. Despite what you think, we had a good thing working together. It might pass along as an opportunity or two, if you're willing to get your hands dirty. Stay safe. Athenril. The Black Emporium. I think that's one of the DLCs. Greetings. You don't know who I am, but I have heard of you. I understand you might need items from my collection, as well as the means to obtain them. I do not extend this invitation to anyone, but you are not simply anyone, are you? Consider this an invitation to the Black Emporium. Enclosed are directions through the passages underneath the city, as is the charm to enter. If you give the charm to another, its permission will immediately be revoked, and the consequences will be unpleasant. The Black Emporium is pretty much only for when you have got decent money. Yeah, no. Duty. To whomever elects to participate in the charitable deed of assisting the Vale family of Starkhaven, His Most Worthy Highness, Prince Sebastian Vale, has provided instructions for anyone brave and noble enough to attempt eradication. I think we already had that, right? That sounds a little bit different than the flyer we saw. Who dared attack his family. 3 groups of Flint Company mercenaries have been sighted in the Kirkwall vicinity. One group makes camp not far from the elves of the Thundermount mountain range. The second has been seeking information on the docks after nightfall. The third is far from the main road off the Wounded Coast. They are believed to have a small campsite well past any known landmarks. A princely award awaits whoever finds and defeats all these rogues. May the Maker guide you, Chanter Talitha. Yeah, let's confirm we read all of them. Let's talk to our charming uncle.
Get out of my face!
Wow.
Your mother's bad enough. I don't need you
Wow.
nagging me.
Can we not recruit Sebastian, please? I will probably recruit him, but I also didn't enjoy taking him along back when I played it first, so don't worry.
My children have been in servitude for a year. They should be nobility.
If wishes were poppy, we'd all be dreaming.
You mean this is real? No wonder I can't wake up.
And here I thought that Ferelden you ran off with was a mage, not a jester. Your mother was supposed to marry the Comte de Launcey, and instead she ran off with some Ferelden apostate.
And
You
how is
don't
that
get
your
to stay the
business?
favorite when you do that.
Where is Father's will? If I could just see for myself.
It's not here, all right? It was read, it went in the vault. No one needed to look at it again.
He's so weird.
I know the Amells were nobility, Mother, but not much else. Why don't you ever talk about them?
The Amells have been a noble family in Kirkwall since Garahel drove out the Fourth Blight. But we've always carried magic in our blood. It's been a stain on our lineage. No family of good standing would ever marry into a line with magic. When I chose your father, I was bringing more magic into our line, not less. I think that's what hurt my parents the most.
Hey, but she married out of love.
Did Grandfather mention Mother in his will at all?
Our father died when you were still in short pants, lad. You can hardly expect me to remember.
Oh, of course not. Why should you do something reasonable?
That touched a nerve. What's in there that you don't want us to see?
Can we go and get it?
Nothing. But you won't be seeing the bloody thing. It's still locked up on the estate, and that's long out of my hands.
Let's break in.
What daft bastard leaves that behind?
Yeah.
It was
that
old
too.
news. You think I've been sitting here for 25 years waiting for Leandra to slink back?
Who bought the estate, Gamlen? Perhaps I could speak to them. Was it the Reinhardts?
No one you know. Get used to Lowtown, sister. That's where we're going to stay.
Nice. Quest updated. Let's break into that. Birthright Carver. If you're a mage in Origins, your last name is Amell. Oh! Nice. True. I remember that. And you're related to Hawke. You're like 3rd grade cousins or something. Nice. That's so cool. When you also called Amell? No. Was an elven mage also called Amell? I don't remember. Probably not. Would make sense, I guess.
Maker, what a mess. I want to make things better for Mother. But some of what Gamlen says, I'm having a hard time hating him.
What? I
Playing
don't.
caretaker for someone else's life. Stuck in their shadow. That's no way to live.
And there it is.
Look, if you want to join the fight over who lost the most, fine. But I never lived here. Mother even gave me her old key to try and stir something. But I didn't know Grandfather. Finding his will doesn't matter to me.
The nice thing is, all the you can't even decide. All the options are, we gotta try, but in different ways. I don't understand why Carver doesn't want closure for his mother. I mean, we're not really doing it for ourselves as well. It's more for her, right? Either for her or against Gamlen. I'm fine with both of it.
You want a connection? This is where we'll find it.
The once mighty Amells? A bunch of slavers are squatting on that dusty glory.
What have you heard?
Uncle's a chatty drunk. He was up to his neck and signed everything over. That's who has the estate.
Apparently, the most extensive wine cellar in Kirkwall is now a slave highway from the Undercity. That's the family legacy.
Ouch.
That sounds like an arrangement that needs to change.
And what if it does? We still aren't important enough to actually live in the place.
Baby steps, Carver.
All right, brother.
More optimism.
If the key works, we'll clear the estate from the Undercity up.
Carver just seems to rail against any
don't know if
decision
this
you
will
make
help,
because it's you.
But I do feel like hitting someone.
Yeah, kinda. It's a lot about this, your younger brother being in your shadow thing. A note addressed to Gamlen. Gamlen Amell. Payment is now 2 months late, sirrah. Interest occurs, and you are well aware. You will find yourself barred from our establishment unless payment is made. Think. No, better, card sharp or numbers runner in Kirkwall will deal with you. I certainly hope this matter is attended to before steps are taken. Let us avoid further unpleasantness. Gallard. So he's really broke. It seems like he also likes to drink.
This is the same cheese that was here a year ago.
Yuck. Seems like he's just drinking away all the things. Yeah, all the DLCs. Those 2 are actually DLC missions. I looked it up. Apparently people on the internet kind of disagree on when to play them best, but it seemed to be, well, the general opinion that you should play Mark of the Assassin like end of 2nd act and Legacy like kinda beginning or during the 3rd act. So if you have different recommendations, feel free to share them. Otherwise, I will do just that. The Apostate's Legacy. Malcolm, that's our father. Let's take the things. The thing is, I can't just go around and take everything. I mean, I can, but unfortunately, your bag is quite limited. So, Fugitive's Mantle. Look at that, 90 armor compared to 49. Quite insane. Apostate's Cuff. Malcolm's Honor, probably also 9 instead of 7, but also nice. But nice attribute bonuses and stuff. Let's take those. And I think... yeah, let's have a look into the other ones. Alistair agrees with that. That's good. Pretender. Wow. Eldenon's Vestment. Requires level 17. Will be quite some while until then. A dual weapon might be interesting for any companions. A longbow. I mean, so far we don't have anyone using a longbow. And I think so far we don't have anyone with a dagger, so we'll use them later. Same for those. Axes and another longbow. Variance Cache. Weapon and shield. Weapon and shield. Two-handed. Let's take those. Here we go. And last but not least, this one. Mighty Stern. Two-handed. So many two-handed weapons. 30 per round, 20 per round. And you was... I can actually scroll. Oh boy. I thought it was always just the few ones. And as you can see, our inventory is already quite full. Damn it. And you have lots of inventory you can't even use. Of course, like gauntlets. For warrior, we can never use, and our companions can't use them because they always have those armor sets. Move to junk, move to junk. Maybe not that one. I should scan for the ones mages can use later on. Warrior. Also mage. Also mage. Warrior. Hey there, Tala. Nice to see you. I hope you're fine. I hope you had a nice day. You can see those are restricted to actual companions. I hate that our inventory is so full. Let's equip those boots. Plus 304 cold resistance. Yeah. Ah, damn it. Too impatient. Click, click, click. Silk, long track. Dunk. To dunk. Maybe we should also look for some rings, a pendant, and a helmet. Pendants. Mana stamina, flat generation, could be nice. Health generation, health and armor, attack. Attack is also nice. Let's take attack. Defense and armor. Ooh. Nature resistance, healing, nature damage. Lots of very nice rings. +1 to all attributes. Also not too bad. Let's take those. And yeah, the sad thing is you can't have other of your companions here to equip them. But well. And here and here. Okay. So, I would say we go for Birthright. So let's go to Darktown and break into the cellars. Here and here and here. And we should also look that we sell all the unneeded equipment. Birthright. Apparently it doesn't seem to matter if it's by day or by night. What you also will see in the course of this Let's Play is that lots of maps are reused thousands of times. Come on, don't move too far. Nice. A well-timed fireball solves many problems. I love how casually this woman is walking here. Doesn't give a damn.
Better luck in the next life.
Okay. She has to shop. Priorities. Oh, same for him. Well, I guess that's Darktown. It is Darktown, right? Yes. No one gives a damn about anything. Amell cellar. Let's go there.
I should have stayed in the Amy Ridge.
Yeah.
Ferelden's.
Lots of elves down here.
Dog on them.
Hey. Ooh, the armor we are wearing is nice. So there are no more people trying to kill us? But you never know.
Well, this looks like the place. If the cellars go this far, maybe we were important.
I guess so, look at that. How high we have to climb. I just wanted to say, this looks so much like an ambush. Slave guard. I mean, we're basically breaking in. Remember, former slave city probably had a large elf slave population. Definitely. And talking about that, history of Kirkwall. It's difficult for many to comprehend today, but there was a time when Kirkwall was believed to be the very edge of the world. It was Amerius then, named after its founder, Magister Marius Craven, and was but one outpost on the very fringe of the Tevinter Imperium. There, the Magister serfs worked the quarries for the jet stone needed for the mighty Templars of Minrathos. After slave rebellion nearly burned the temple to the ground in the great city, it was determined that a center for the slave trade would need to be established well away from the more civilized parts of the Imperium. Though this account may be exaggerated, since the notorious Archon Venarius Issa narrowly escaped assassination at the hands of an elven slave at the time. Because the new slave outpost would become wealthy beyond imagining, Competition among the prospects reportedly took over 20 years to resolve, resulting in a great bloodshed in the frontier, well away from the Archon's eyes. Magister took arms against Magister, mostly in the form of small armies of serfs and mercenaries. Over half of the slaves in existence allegedly died in these battles before Marius was finally chosen, thanks to the marriage of Craven's son to the Archon's daughter. Within mere a decade, the mighty fortress was erected on the cliffs where Kirkwall now stands. Over 1 million slaves passed through its gate before the Imperiums eventually fell. Wow, so many slaves. An unimaginable number by the today's standards. The Craven family itself became patrons of the next 3 Archons and was one of the driving forces behind the extension of the Imperial Highway into the Ferelden Valley, a move that would cost them considerable political influence after the resistance of the Almari tribes. During its height, Marius was a jewel to rival the mightiest of the Imperial cities and the greatest center of civilization outside Tevinter. Yeah, and lots of slaves, as Alistair already said, are elves. And even those who are not slaves, elves tend to have not the best standing. Hi, is there... You're an assassin, you shouldn't stand like that out in the open. Why can't I cast Fireball? Damn it.
At least it's not
No, I can. I want to cast Fireball whenever I want. Nice. Rope. Let's hope we still have enough inventory slots. I just want to throw a fireball at them. Yeah. Oh, that's okay. That's sufficient. Nice. Heal ourselves so we don't die. Most slave at this point were elves that Tevinter Imperium conquered the remnants of the Elven Empire, as the Empire collapsed after the Fate was created. After the Fate was created? Huh. Let's see if there's something interesting here. Ah, more guards. Why are there so many guards? What kind of mansion is that? Trousers. History of Kirkwall, Chapter 2. As the Imperium's border slowly receded after the devastation of the First Blight and the subsequent barbarian invasion, many outposts in the area, known today as the Three Marches, were cut off from the center of power. Numerous warlords tried consolidating the region into a single kingdom, but resistance prevailed. Marius held out for almost a century until it fell to a slave revolt in 25 Ancient. It was not the first such revolt Marius suffered, but it was the last. It started when a merry slave named Raduin began earning popularity and power by pushing for better conditions. Raduin's growing influence prevented the Magisters from touching him, but eventually they had him poisoned. Furious, a group of Raduin's supporters stormed the gallows and were massacred, and so began a bloody, year-long rebellion. The city burned, and while the high town was sacked, the Magisters hung before cheering crowds, and Marius assumed the new name of Kirkwall, Kirk meaning black, after its jetstone cliffs. The new city plunged into anarchy for over a decade, and its defenses fell into ruin. Kirkwall has been conquered many times since, the city's own independence suffering since the freeing of its slaves. Yeah, quite a lot of history this city has. Inventory full. Combat. Hi. Master Slaver. Come on, dog. We talk. Yeah. Was just very confused. Just came to us for a talk. Well, this doesn't look too peachy. See you, Varric. You know, Carver, can you maybe not stand here? Does that even do a difference? It does. And that one first. And then a fireball here. Down. Take that. Okay, Varric, come on.
I love.
I probably can't take most of them. Anyway, let's just be quick. At least the quest item we can take, even with a full inventory.
That has to be the vault. If there's anything to learn about the family, that's where it is.
On the other hand, looking at the map, doesn't that mean everything is the vault? Ah, we just have 2 vault doors. That's also a little odd, we can see the whole map. But I don't think we can go there, so we can't even interact with the door. Inventory full. Let's have a look. Can we somehow see how much worth those things are? No, we can't. Well. Ooh, lots of money. 10 gold. And a torn slaver invoice.
So this is it. Grandfather's will. Let's just take it back to Mother and be done with it.
Yes.
I don't think there's any point in delaying the news.
So I'm
Let's
just
see what it
saying,
says.
blood's blood and all, but you are taking advantage of my hospitality.
Oh, shut up.
It's only fair if you make something of a monthly contribution.
You sold my children into servitude. Now you're asking me to pay rent?
Maybe just put something towards food.
You should be paying us, Uncle. We found the will.
What does it say?
Grandfather left everything to Mother and us. I guess he had some sense after all. See for yourself.
I should maybe...
To my daughter Leandra, and all children born of her, the estate in Hightown and all associated revenues.
So he had it and he sold it, even though it was never rightfully his.
Check out the part where Gamlen is left only a stipend, to be controlled by you.
Wow.
Gamlen,
What
how
an
could
ass.
You're the one who ran away, Leandra. What happened to love is so much more important than money.
you? It is!
You didn't even come home for the funeral.
The twins were a week old.
We all have our burdens. Mine was looking after a life you abandoned. How long was I supposed to wait?
You stole from us. Wow.
I doubt you let the ashes get cold.
I took care of Father. I stayed. And on his deathbed, all he could talk about was Leandra. Look, sister, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done it, but I did. And there's nothing I can do to get it back.
I don't expect that, Gamlen. It's enough to know Mother and Father didn't die angry. I'll petition the Viscount for rights to reclaim the estate. Make her willing, you'll have your house back within weeks.
You don't have the coin or standing to even get an audience with the Viscount.
Wow.
You've got to be someone in this city to live in that house again.
Then I had better get started.
Wow. Another level up. Let's do more fire. Firestorm. What a nicer fire spell we saw in the beginning. So, here we go. Which quest to do next? Can go to the Hanged Man pub. I think that one might be nice. Or we could go to Kiefer Marathari in the Dalish camp. Let's go to the Lowtown first, near the Hanged Man. Of course, I want to sell all the inventory stuff we don't need. And we also have another letter. Maybe read that one first. The Bone Pit. Hawke, I've got a lead for you. A merchant I acquire goods for told me that the workers have gone missing from his Bone Pit mining operation. He mentioned that the missing miners were Ferelden, which made me think of you. If you're interested, go hit up Hubert in the Hightown Market. Ethanril. Another quest. Dum. Not ominous at all, this rune.